So imagine that there's just, like an acre or more of Portulacaria afra shrubs in the landscape, in the backcountry in Africa, and you're an elephant, and you're hungry. So you go lumbering up to this stand of plants, and with your trunk, you just take a swipe at it, and you munch on it, and you give it to your darling little tiny elephant baby next to you. And the elephants are just, it's like, oh man, this is the best. This is the most delicious food I've ever had. It's so succulent. It's so... And what about the Portulacaria? Are you feeling sorry for it because the elephants are trampling it and tearing it apart and ripping it and throwing it on the ground? No, that's what the plant wants because it's very easy to propagate. In my second book, Succulent Container Gardens, I have a section in that about bonsai succulents. The people who do use succulents for bonsai just love Portulacaria. In fact, Tom does some really cool bonsais where he will take the green variety, the upright variety, score the trunk with a buck knife. It just heals over and it gives the trunk this wonderful texture and character. It has another quality that I discovered the hard way. I was walking my dog and there was a stand of Portulacaria afra in a neighbor's yard right on the curb. And I was researching that part of my book on bonsai, and I thought, oh, I need some of that. And when you're an author, you have this sense of entitlement. so I, my dog's just sniffing the curb, whatever, and I have a little West Highland White Terrier, and I reached into the shrub because I thought it was like jade. It looks like jade, and I went like that to snap it off. And guess what? It just bent. There is something about this plant. It's like in the center of the branches is wire. And so I'm standing there, while my dog's pulling on the leash with one hand going back and forth and up and down, sideways, and, and nothing's happening except the limbs just kind of now leaning down and not looking so good. In the meantime, I don't think the people were home, but their dog was. So we moved on, and I came back with my car and my clippers. Well, I had to. I mean, I couldn't leave it like that. This is Portulacaria afra variegata. It has red stems, so it's lovely juxtaposed with anything that's red because you get that repetition. Portulacaria afra Minima. It's got little leaves. Fabulous plant for terraces, for hanging baskets, for containers. It loves hot weather. I saw it growing over a terrace in Phoenix. It just does really well in the heat. And it's got those red limbs as well.